So Hillary Clinton's now trying to clarify some controversial comments that she made on job creation in America. Here is that original controversial comment at a campaign rally that she was at for Martha Coakley in Massachusetts.
Don't let anybody tell you that, it's corporations and businesses that create jobs.
Interesting, right? So yesterday, she backtracked on that a bit after she got a barrage of criticism, saying, here's what she really meant. Quote, our economy grows when businesses and entrepreneurs create good-paying jobs here in America, and workers and families are empowered to build from the bottom up and the middle out. Not when we hand tax breaks for corporations that outsource jobs or stash their profits overseas. It's perfectly clear that's what she said the first time. Right, everybody? All right, so David Webb is the host of The David Webb Show on SiriusXM Patriot and a columnist with The Hill. And Leslie Marshall is a syndicated radio talk show host. Both are Fox News contributors. Welcome to you both. Good to have you here.
Good morning, Martha.
It was lost on no one that Hillary Clinton was in Massachusetts when she said that. It's also lost on no one that Elizabeth Warren is getting more and more attention as a potential contender for the Democratic nomination. And here's going back what Elizabeth Warren originally said that got this whole you didn't build it ball rolling.
You built a factory out there, good for you, but I want to be clear, you moved your goods to market on the roads the rest of us paid for. You built a factory and it turned into something terrific or a great idea. God bless. Keep a big hunk of it. But part of the underlying social contract is you take a hunk of that and pay forward for the next kid who comes along.
So, Leslie, is Hillary Clinton trying to grab onto that message a bit and say there's really not a whole lot of daylight between Elizabeth Warren and I on this?
Well, I don't think that's why she did it. I got to be honest. I think that she was completely speaking off the cuff. She did say it. And, clarification or not, at the end of the day in politics, left or right, it's what you said, not what you meant or meant to say. And I do feel that she was, as she clarified, talking about, look, we shouldn't be giving tax breaks to corporations. Corporations do create jobs. We all know that. But we also know that corporations, when we give them those tax breaks and are taking those jobs and are building those factories and producing goods overseas, are taking jobs away from the American people, and we need to do something to bring them home. That was not what the message ended up being.
A lot of you, I don't even know what that's about. I mean, we have the highest corporate tax rate in the world. Our corporations pay more taxes to the American government than any other corporations in the world, David. So first, let's go back to the initial premise here. I didn't think it looked like a slip from Hillary Clinton. I thought she was sort of trying to get it out, and she's thinking maybe, I know what I want to say here, and I want to get this message across, and it didn't really go over that well. What do you think, David?
Well, this is Hillary Clinton, who the only real world job she's ever held has been the Rose Law Firm, and we all saw how the Whitewater scandal played out. It's not a slip of the lip. It's Hillary Clinton being Hillary Clinton when she tries to play whatever crowd is in front of her, and her fundamental lack of understanding of how things work. And by the way, trying to conflate tax subsidies and those issues which need to be dealt with corporations that create jobs. As somebody who owned and ran businesses in Massachusetts, I created those jobs. Hillary Clinton has the same thing as Elizabeth Warren or Martha Coakley, a fundamentally different view of how economics and business works. And frankly, to all the corporations that pay her $200,000 plus, get your money back for your speeches, because you are just a cash cow for the Clintons.
Let's go back to this original question as well, Leslie. Is Hillary Clinton a good candidate? Is she good at politics? Charles Krauthammer raised this last night and said, you remember the dead broke comment? He said, not so wise when you are talking about your homes in the plural. How good is she at this? Was she great at being behind the scenes for Bill, but not so great out there in front?
Well, I think that we see from last time around, even though she didn't get the Democratic nomination, the millions of people that supported her, and from the polls right now, that yes, does she need to rely on those people that I'm sure they have, the people behind her that would advise her, and maybe some people are afraid to advise her, because, this is like the third or fourth gaffe, and I don't like it as a Democrat, but she is seriously a great politician. She's a great candidate, but she needs to rely on her team and not just rely on herself and her expertise. And David, by the way, Secretary of State and Senate and being a senator are jobs.
Are
They're real
government jobs. She
They're
hasn't
real
had
jobs.
a private sector job, Leslie. And by the way, being a great
government jobs
Leslie,
don't count.
I love you, Leslie, but being a great candidate, she is not. She has always been the behind-the-scenes person, the enforcer for Clinton, getting teams to go after all the women who accuse them of a variety of things. This is the typical Hillary Clinton, and here's the thing about her. The base may love her, but in general, she's not the kind of candidate that people want to like, and that is something about Hillary Clinton that will always be in her way.
We will see. She's outdoing all the potential Republican candidates in all the polls that we've seen so far. So we'll see. I think we're going to be debating this for a couple of years to come. Leslie and David, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.
Great to see you.